Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. Today, I have something a little different. These are just, I guess, some figures that I have been working on, some customs that I've been working on, trying to complete, and some figures that I've had for a while and they need work, and just kind of playing around in my little makeshift studio, just kind of showing off what I'm working on and what I have upcoming as far as future videos. But today I have these four figures that I kind of want to show off, that I've been working on trying to get done, and it's just a little kit bashing, a little custom work that I've been doing with my Joe figures here. These figures, with the exception of this one here, these are all reproductions. This is a reproduction, but it's an Action Man reproduction. I believe it's a 40th anniversary figure, but it was just a body, and I'll talk about him here in a few minutes. But this is what I've got going today as far as action figures that I'm looking at. The first one here that I'm gonna, well, let me point them all out. This one here is an Action Man figure that's wearing a police officer uniform. And I want to thank Angelo with G.I. Joe AT, that's the name of his channel. He sent this to me, and I really, really appreciate it, Angelo. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for that. And this one here, I'll talk about him here in a few minutes, just some of the things that I'm doing for this one figure here. This one particular figure, I actually picked him up at a show, and I've been adding pieces to him left and right. He wasn't in this condition when I got him at a local toy show, and I got him fairly cheap. I got him for, I think I paid like 15 bucks for him, which is all right considering he's not an original. He's a reproduction figure, but still, it gives me something to kind of play around with and to build up. And this one here is a Cotswold body with head, and then I'll talk about what the outfit that I have for him here. And this one here is likewise, it's a reproduction body, and the face sculpt is a little different, and I'll talk about him in detail as we move along. But let's go ahead and start talking about these individually. Let's go ahead and take a look at this first figure that I am currently working on. I do have him in one of the little makeshift stands that I make just to hold him up. I have a video if you want to go in through my channel and take a look at the video on cheap and expensive action figure stands, and this will kind of give you some more information on those. Pretty inexpensive to do. Basically, it's just these roofing washers that I call it, with some little adhesive compound putty that I put at the bottom of his boot. But he is wearing tall brown boots. He's got green fatigues. It's just a reproduction. I'm not entirely sure which brand this is, but if we look at let's take a look at the face sculpt. But this particular face sculpt, I don't think it's vintage. I think it's a reproduction, but it's made in the design of Lily Letty's Hombres de Acción, which is the G.I. Joe version in Mexico. For that's what they called them, Hombres de Acción. And this is the particular face sculpt, and this is a reproduction because I don't think it's vintage. The actual head came in a lot that I picked up off of eBay, and so did this body here. It came in there as well, and I just put it together, and this is what I came up with. And right now I'm still working on him. I'm going to give him some accessories. He does have gripping hands. They're a little different. His body style is a little different as well. He doesn't have any markings that I can tell in the back. So I'm not sure if it's a Cots body, because Cotswold usually says Cotswold. It has numbers right here, but I'm not entirely sure what it is. If you know, put it in the comments for me. That would really be helpful. But again, this figure is a figure that I'm working on currently, and he's got the face sculpt of the Hombres de Acción, the GI Joe from Mexico. This is figure number 1. And now for figure number 2. This particular figure, I'm almost done with him. I'm going to go and look through my bin and try and find him a rifle to go along with what he has. But basically, it's a Cotswold head that I picked up, along with just a Cotswold classic body with grip, with kung fu grip hands or gripping hands on him. And you can tell it's Cotswold because when you turn him in the back here, it'll say Cotswold right in there. But what I did with him is I had some fatigues from a 21st century figure. I don't have the figure, but I had the fatigues, so I put them on him, and I just put a decal, the AT for Adventure Team decal on it, and I gave him this holster that I had, and he's got a 45 in there in the holster, and I also gave him this beret that kind of just gives him a different look. He does have tall black boots. One of the interesting things for this particular figure is that I do have a backpack that I actually put on him, and this is the backpack right here. It's just a regular camo type backpack, and when I put it on him, it gives him an entirely different look for him to go with. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get him to wear this. Oops, that didn't work. There we go. And I think it got undone a little bit here, but let me get him off camera here so I can put this on him really quick. And this is, you kind of get the idea of what he looks like with the actual backpack for this particular figure. That this gives me my second figure that I've started to put together, and I'm really pleased the way he's turning out. Here is my third figure that I'm working on, and this is the one that's almost complete. There is one big major problem with him, and I'll have to I'll explain that. Excuse me, I'll explain that here in a few minutes. But this particular figure, I picked him up at, like I said, at a local toy show, and he was a body with. He did have just the fatigues. He didn't have any of the accessories or anything on there, and I went ahead, and he was barefoot as well. So I went ahead and put these boots on him, but I'm thinking about switching him over to the tall standard GI Joe brown boots because I like those a little better. These kind of give his feet, they look kind of small, but I went ahead and put this hat on him, and I made him an officer because he's got the officer's insignia here. But I went ahead, and you can tell if we look at his face sculpt, he might be a Cots. He does look like a Cots face. He is a little, he's a little darker than a Caucasian, but he doesn't quite look like if he's the African American. But I'm not too familiar with it, but he might be. But he's got the airborne decals on him, and got the American flag on here. I gave him a Thompson machine gun, and he's got a 45 here pistol. He's got a belt with ammo pouches on it, and I gave him this bag. This bag's kind of interesting because it's got like pencils and things in there as well. So, and then he's got his canteen in the back. Um, so this particular figure. He does have a shirt in underneath the jacket, but it just gives him a World War II look, and I'm really pleased with him. The only problem with this figure is this. You can tell already by me moving him. He is really floppy, and I haven't had a chance to restring him. So once I get that done, that's why he's on a stand right now. But this is figure number. Is it 3? Number 3. And here is my final figure that I am working on. Like I mentioned, Angelo with G.I. Joe 8T, that's the name of his channel. He sent this to me. I had kind of mentioned on a live stream, Paul Knapp's live stream, that I was working on a figure. And this particular figure I was working on, trying to put together a police officer to give to my son. My son is a detective, police officer detective for the city in which I live in here in Texas, and I wanted to make a GI Joe figure to give to him, to gift it to him so he can display it in his little office that he has either at work or at home. But Angelo was kind enough to send this to me, and Angelo, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, buddy, for this. He sent me this shirt and the pants and the belt. The belt has a 45 in there as well, and this is, like I said, this is a Action Man figure. And let's take a closer look at his face sculpt. He is a 40th anniversary figure, but you can kind of, this is from, I believe, the police officer from the classic collection, G.I. Joe, and or timeless collection, one of the two. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 variants. Basically, I'm going to do this one here, and I may do one with just a solid dark uniform uh, as well, just to kind of mix it up. I may give him 2, or I may just keep one for myself. You know, you got to be able to take care of yourself as well. But he's turning out pretty cool. I still have to find a hat for him, and I think that he'll be done after that. The only thing I don't like about this particular figure is, and I need to change his hands because they don't really match. He's got gripping hands, but they don't match at all the color of the actual figure. So I may, that's something I need to work on as well, to get different hands for him. But other than that, this is the other figure that I'm working on. So that would make figure number 4. That's all I have for today, which is, these figures are still a work in progress. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. There's one more that I kind of wanted to give you a sneak peek of what's coming. A custom figure that I am working on as well. This is a custom G.I. Joe figure that I am working on. He's still a work in progress. He's missing shoes. I have to find a leather jacket for him, and somehow I have to find a fedora for him. But I am building a custom Indiana Jones G.I. Joe action figure. What I have here is his pistol, level revolver. He's got his whip right here, his shirt, and the pants and the shirt I actually took from the Kenner Indiana Jones figure, and I just haven't tracked down the leather jacket and the actual fedora. I'm trying to track down a decent looking fedora that will fit this G.I. Joe figure, and I may put some just short brown boots on him. But this is my Indiana Jones figure that I am working on. And again, that's all I have for today. Let me know what you think of these figures that I am working on. Do you have something similar? Or have you built an Indiana Jones figure? Do you have a police officer or other custom figures? There's so many things that we can do with our GI Joe figures, our 1/6 scale action figures, that it's continuous. It's a work in progress for us, right? So again, if you would be kind enough to just leave me a comment down below, it really helps the channel. And also, if you would be able to like, share, and subscribe, and click the notification bell so that you can receive notice of future upcoming videos. Doing these things really helps the channel grow, and it just keeps it more videos flowing um, throughout the year. Now, again, let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I have plenty of more good stuff coming. So let's add to the action with Action Joe Figs.